gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Yeah! Ting 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 ting. Okay, so my ting 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 was for Oscar Pistorius.
Ting ting?
Yeah.
Is that what his legs
Yeah, they call him
sound like?
little ting ting.
On the bathroom floor?
Yeah.
As he's like so scared that he quietly shoots his girlfriend?
Yes.
So scared.
Yes. By the way, go to my single real quick. I've got it is a Golden Girls Christmas here.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Stay golden, everybody.
It's vintage.
Show me that smile again.
Not the song.
Wrong
but
show?
Wrong
Okay.
show. Wrong show.
Thank you for being a friend.
There you go. You're a huge fan. Do they know
It's Christmas after all. We got a U2 Christmas. We got a U2 Christmas special coming up, Jabes.
What we do?
It's in Africa.
Oh yes.
They're not going to be there because of COVID, obviously. So they're not going to be doing anything. But the rumor is that Bono sent one child in Africa a boombox to play that song on repeat for Christmas.
I know, but they don't even know it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Those little dinglings.
They don't. Those
little dinglings out there, they're too worried about eating. Right?
Do they know it's Christmas after all? It's a Golden Girls Christmas here. Thank you for being a friend, Jabes. What are you wearing today? You've got a little hot piece on.
I've got a Kenny Rogers. It's going to be a Kenny Rogers Christmas.
There it is. Put the screen down for your computer. That'll show the whole thing. There you go.
Oh.
There you go. No, yours. There you go. On Jesse's single. Go to Jesse's single. There we go. There it is.
Yeah.
Rogers.
It's going to be a Rogers Christmas. I got a lot of Rogers swag coming.
Really? For you or me?
For the family, for premium content, for everything that we do Christmas for, right? Was it last year that was Michael Myers? I don't even know what things are anymore.
Yeah. Things that I'm grateful for this year, friends, the Nooners.
Yep.
Grateful for the Nooners this year.
100%.
Merry Christmas to all of the Nooners.
Ugh.
And to all a good night. Take care, everyone.
Okay, that was fun. I have got so much to do. I've really got to go.
We don't have anything going on, to be honest with you. Was that your most tragic death this year? Was Rogers? It was number 2 for me.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was going to do a year in review, and it starts with
Rogers.
It starts with Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe was.
You know what I mean? And that just
Kobe
kinda
was one for me.
Started the year.
Yeah, Kobe was 1 for me. Rogers was 2.
RBG was 3.
She was about 18 for me.
18 on the list.
Yeah, Debo was in there, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then there's in the middle of that, and this is for Giorgio. There was about 43 Lowell rappers that got murdered.
Yes.
Or some form of Lowell got murdered.
Giorgio has a list of Lowells.
Yeah. Giorgio's a list of Lowells.
List of
Lowell rappers.
Lowell rappers.
Little LILs.
R.I.P.
Little LILs. No, I'm looking forward to Christmas. It's been so crazy and hectic this year that, man, I don't know where to begin, to be honest with you. We did not expect, we were just talking literally before we went on air with Giorgio, this time last year, we had no idea we were going to be in Austin, Texas.
No. Yeah, so much happened for the company that it's almost crazy. Like if you tell me certain things were in this year, I won't believe you.
Yeah.
If you were like, oh, that happened this year, I'd be like, no. There's no way that was this year.
No. Moved to Austin, Texas. That was massive. And then you look at all the guests we've had on for the entire network. And it's been absolutely bananas, dude. Absolutely bananas, including McConaughey yesterday, you know?
That was a good one.
One of the best of all times. I've been mispronouncing his name for 20 years and never knew it. And he never corrected me until the show.
What?
I always thought it was McConaughey.
What is it?
McConaughey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I think I always said McConaughey.
It's one of those.
Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, same. And it's one of those things where you look at his name and it's got a gajillion vowels in it, and you're like, Either way, he's the best, and we've been getting a ton of messages for that. And I was out of the 1,600 episodes or whatever I've done personally. That was probably one of probably the best of all time, the funnest.
Yeah.
Just because of how cool that is. It's rare you meet somebody where you're like, oh man, I wish we could be bros in real life.
I know.
Like I feel like it'd be the same way with like Guy Fieri or.
I feel like me and Guy Fieri will at some point be friends.
Yes. Same. And
Just saying.
The fact that he's bros with McConaughey goes to show you.
They're like best friends. When I heard that, I think I cried. So
It makes sense.
God,
now,
so amazing.
all of it makes sense because I actually don't know him and I've never met Fieri. Like I know nothing about him in real life. A couple stories here and there from other people, but I can't verify any of those. But he seems like the best. I have no idea.
He's, by all accounts, I mean, I know I've been definitely, look at this.
Oh, can you put that on the
both-
screen? Look at, I had no idea. Look at that.
They're besties.
Man, I get it. I
just
get
love
it.
it. I just love
I
it.
saw a video on Sylvester Stallone. Hey, on Stallone's Instagram, and Fieri was in the kitchen at Stallone's house, and Pacino was over there, and I was like, what?
Oh, yes. Remember that?
Hey, whoa! He goes, hey, I got a friend over who's making some meal for me and Pacino, me and Al. And then they rolls
at
around to the kitchen and it's
Shut
Fieri. And you're like,
up,
man,
dude.
Hot Bob, did you
Shut
find it
up.
that fast?
Yeah.
Hot Bob,
Yes, I'm that good.
you were one of the
Yes,
best in the
I'm
biz,
that
man,
good.
for
He's
real.
embracing it now. He used to be like,
You
oh,
really
shucks.
are.
Well, I also.
I'm going to say you're better than Jamie Vernon.
Oh,
I will say
I'll
that.
tell him that to his face.
Yeah.
Now that he's here too.
Well, we were out with him a couple weeks ago. Look at that, Fieri, brother. Is that on screen? No. There it is. Yeah, no. Do we have to restart it? So,
Yeah, it's fucking Instagram.
dude, either way, yeah, put this on screen for. Hey, I'll do the narration for it. Let me know when it's on screen.
Is that Dana White as well?
Hey, this is my friend Dana White and
Dana
Al
White, Al
Pacino.
Pacino, and
hey,
then
it's over for a meal. Who's cooking in the kitchen? Who's cooking the cake? It's Fieri. Hey, how you doing?
Look at
How you
him.
doing?
He's the best.
How you doing, everybody?
One of the
Hey,
only
good to see
times
you.
I've ever seen Guy
see
Fieri
you.
bashful.
Oh yeah, right.
He's usually pretty confident.
He's pretty
about his
cocksure.
whole shit.
He's pretty cocksure, that guy.
I think you have to be to
Yeah.
do everything that he does to
Yes.
his hair and his body and his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get him on the show. But
That's my next McConaughey.
Thing.
I will say when you guys got him on, I was like, I thought when we moved here, I was like, maybe in 5 years of a company, we can have McConaughey on,
Mm-hmm.
right? I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to be that much closer. Happened very quickly. So now
man, we were here.
I'm pretty, optimistic about Guy Fieri.
Yeah, I will say this because that was the standard joke when we moved here, and I let off the show with that, where I was just like, dude, ever since we moved to Austin, every single person was like, when you get McConaughey on the show, and I was like, oh man, probably soon. We hope so, and blah blah blah. And we'd been in talks with their people for a while, but you never know. Nothing's ever firm, and then all of a sudden, it was 3 months. So it was 3 months to the day that we moved into this studio that we had McConaughey on. We've had Alex Jones on. We've had Franklin stop by, Aaron Franklin, to give us some tacos with his buddy. All of the things have happened pretty quickly. And I'm excited for the future because, imagine what it's going to be like without COVID.
Yeah.
All the people we're going to be able to bring on. Some people are just, they don't want to leave the house. And obviously, if they listen to the show, we're non-COVID believers. So I'm kidding.
No. We believe in COVID.
We
We're
believe
just
in
really
COVID.
annoyed
We're just,
with all of it. That's
annoyed
all.
with it. And I'm a COVID survivor. So
Right.
I look at the world differently. Rose-colored glasses for me.
Sure.
Craigers says, Merry Christmas, you beautiful people. I hope you got Amy and I's Christmas card. We have not yet.
Might have. I usually open them up
On Christmas Eve, usually. Yeah.
in a couple days, and then I hang them up. So I'll send
Yeah.
you a pic, Craig, because he's like a pic or it didn't happen.
Yeah. Jables said, Jaron Carter saying, hey, will you bring back You Like It for Christmas? Sure, we'll do it at the end of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'll do it.
Oh,
then.
sure.
I'll,
Sure.
I'll do it in your voice.
You can do it. you
I
know.
love.
refuse.
I love how you care.
It's not me.
Jesse, there is 900 shows of you on the internet with that. Like,
It's over.
yes, you've passed the threshold. Welcome to my world. It does not matter anymore.
Well, I always say though, I don't like a retroactive, whatever canceling. But I do believe in if you know better, you do better, right? So I don't believe in them going back into anybody's catalog from 10 years ago or whatever it is.
Right.
But I do believe if you know, you should probably stop.
Yeah. Hey, maybe.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
I
I had a weird question for you here, and I just want to get this out to Giorgio. Are you live, Giorgio? I had a question about OnlyFans. You guys were doing a show on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And everybody was trying to get that girl to do OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
With there was like 90 people. Let me ask you this. When you do it, can you not, if you were watching it, is OnlyFans only available on your phone?
No, I think you can access it via web browser.
All right. Can people not take screenshots of their computer with their phone?
No, you can. You can definitely
can.
screenshot it and you can definitely record it. Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. Then hey, if everything is out there for all these celebrities and everything else, like, dude, if you're doing OnlyFans and all the other stuff, like, 'cause that's where the future is headed, obviously. What do you care about? You like it,
Guys, if you want to see Jessie do You Like It on her OnlyFans, it is $25 a month. She will do it once a month.
Yep.
She'll do it with
You want my OnlyFans,
full
right?
geisha makeup on.
Sure.
And do the You
It's
Like
me
It.
making
Yeah.
noodles and butter.
Yep.
And cookies.
And then at the end of it,
Fully clothed.
at the
a
end of
high
your
neck sweater. What?
end of your show, you just go, You like it?
Yeah. Cancel me now, motherfuckers. Yeah. Sure, that sounds like me.
Ah, that's Christmas though. It sounds like Christmas.
That sounds like Christmas. Sounds like
Sounds like Christmas. Whose Vainglory is that?
I don't know.
Yours? Just give him a free plug, whoever that is.
Yeah, sorry, it was on my
We have so many
it was
people.
on my desk, I don't know.
We have so many people that roll in here. They're
Yeah,
just
I
like,
don't
oh, hey,
know.
here's a hat for something. I have no idea.
I think that's Dan's beard thing.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
Well,
probably a little more on brand. Say what it is, but Vainglory. Though, is it the beard clay? Oh, that's why he smells so nice. I understand that. I don't have it. I don't have
why
a
he
beard, so I don't
smells
use it.
so
Yeah,
nice.
it is. When anybody with a beard who uses that product, like, they smell amazing all day, and it's very distinct. Where you're
Right.
like, oh, you have a beard. You've put some product in it. It's great. I understand all that. James, what was your look back this year? You got a little look back for us?
I have
for
a
you?
little look back, and then I have a newer story that kind of goes along with me. How I talk about not following your dreams.
Yes.
That's like a newer story. So, where's my look back? Okay. Started with Kobe. Sorry.
Ugh. Of
Ruth
2020.
Bader Ginsburg. Yep.
RBG was later in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
we start
these are
out-
your top twosies. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand
We have the Michael Jordan doc.
Yeah, that's it.
That was huge. Last Dance was
That's-
huge. Transformative.
Well, that beat COVID, I think, for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
It kept people going
Yeah.
for
Tiger
sure.
King. Remember? Look, at the
yes,
time,
yes,
not now.
yes,
I don't want to hear
yes.
anything about it. I don't want to see anything about it. Nobody needs to be Carol Baskin or dress their kids up as tigers like ever again, right?
Right.
But at the time,
Yeah,
gosh, was that great.
it was. And if it hadn't exploded into the pop fucking culture phenomenon territory of like overnight, everybody knew it. You and I actually hit it first because we watched it, oddly enough, like opening night for no reason
Well, I was
whatsoever.
like, will you watch this murder thing with me? And you're like, ugh. 2 episodes in, I'm falling asleep. You're like locked in, loving it.
Yeah.
So, and you had said though, if it wasn't for COVID, do you think it would have been as big?
Yes, I do.
Still, you think it would have?
Yeah, it was that crazy.
Okay.
Where you were just like, hey, but again, COVID, had a lot to do with it. Everybody was locked in. That and The Last Dance, I mean, everybody was locked in. So it was just like, all right, cool. What do we have? The Michael Jordan thing was so different because That was still live every Sunday, so you still had to watch it every Sunday. And each one of them was 2 hours apiece, and you were just like, man. Yeah. And I mean, it made him even greater than he already was. So, yes. If we're going docs and movies and all that stuff for the year, that is probably my number one of the year. For sure.
Yeah.
Movie-wise.
Yeah, I would say. Dave Chappelle's Netflix special was another one that was on here.
Which one was that?
Was it Sticks and Stones? Which one was the one that was like, holy shit?
The one that in 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That was just like, fucking A.
Yeah. Was that this year? Just double check that real quick. This year's felt like 20 years. So there was some things that I've said to other people, and they were like, hey, man, that was definitely 2 years ago. And I was like, oh.
For sure.
You don't say.
Is it Sticks and Stones?
846, is that what you're talking about?
No. That was, Sticks and Stones was 2019, James.
When was there another one after that, you guys? Come on.
No, there
Sticks
wasn't.
and Stones was the last one.
That's
He had
how
a
long.
mini-
he had a mini on
About George Floyd.
George Floyd, but that was
Yeah, that's 846.
Yeah.
But
that's how long this year's been. Where it's like, dude, these
Maybe I watched it in 2020.
maybe all of this seems to blend together. I would say book of the year. It was definitely for me. Greenlight's McConaughey.
Yeah.
For real. Minus him being on the show, that audiobook and everything was unbelievable. Ours is coming out soon, by the way. For as the sun rises, it dawns on him. That is coming out very, very shortly. Now that one's my fault. That it's a little behind. We were trying to clear some rights from Shawshank Redemption for the music, so I apologize. But we did get them, and they're in the book, and you'll know why. And it's probably my favorite scene in the book.
Yeah,
One
of
of
that. Yeah, that we're clearing. I'm like, can we? You're like, nope. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we got it. We have to. Yeah, we have to. We got it. So it's great. But Greenlights is my favorite book of the year, favorite audiobook by far. McConaughey reading his own fucking book is just...
It's everything.
It's everything you wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. There was a huge sports agent that are friends with, Alex Guerrero. He was on the show. I think maybe 2 years ago. Ugh. I don't even know anymore because all these years have blended together. He hit me up last night and was just like, hey man, you sold that book so hard on the show. I was like, I'm not selling anything. I was like, it was the greatest. And so he hit me up on the drive home because he's got a long drive from work, and I think he's in New York, and he goes, yo, the McConaughey book is everything. And I was like, yeah.
It really is.
It is.
It really is. WAP.
Oh, okay, wet ass pussy.
I mean, look. It did more for women than RBG.
Did it?
No.
But here's the odd thing is, like, we just came out of Me Too. We're still kind of in Me Too. Some of our friends got Me Too this year.
I mean, calm down. We're in Me Too.
Right. But then you have wet ass pussy, and then it's like, hey man, I want you to I'm gonna choke on your dick until I feel that in the ding back of I want to be choked. I want to be slapped. The whole thing where you're just like, oh, you want me to be as aggressive and violent as I could possibly be towards women. And then, by the way,
they are in control of it.
Oh,
they're telling you
difference.
what they want to do. They're wearing what they want to wear. They're sexual.
Well, she also drugged and robbed people all the time.
Yeah, you know that, right?
Yeah, look, I'm not saying.
She was a stripper who
all
used
I said
to drug
All I said
men.
is WAP came out. You guys put your own fucking thing on it.
Well, the whole thing is, it's such a fucking double standard. If a dude came out and said this fucking, I want you to, like, it's just called had. I want you to suck on this this hard ass dick.
You guys could probably find 5 to 10 songs that have lyrics like that.
But just call the song "Had," right? My hard ass dick.
Maybe that doesn't sound very good, and so they didn't.
Does wet ass pussy sound good?
WAP? Heck yeah.
Come on. WAP. That's what you used to call fucking Italians back in the day in New York, let alone, like, you know?
Ross, when Googling Big Dick songs, the song Big Dick by Little Big Dick was the first one to come
is he
up.
on your Lowell?
Is it Lowell?
Is
Is
he
it a
one of
Lowell
your
Big Dick?
Lowells?
No, it's a full little.
Oh,
It's
it's
a full
little,
little.
okay.
It's a full
Hard
right
ass.
now.
I've got more
There you
respect
go.
if you write the name out and don't abbreviate it.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a country band, like Little Big Town.
Yeah, man, this is a Little Big Dick. Hi, everybody. You're watching a Little Big Dick on CMT. This first song's called My Tiny Balls, My Little Big Dick. No, but if it was just called "Had My Hard Ass Dick," or it was just like, man, I want to put this hard ass dick in your mouth, in your face, my hard ass dick. People would lose their fucking minds. I want to choke you while you're doing it, like yeah.
Those songs have been out forever.
No,
I mean that was the point. And look, I don't think we're ever gonna come to the same place on this. You are definitely.
Has a guy called a Me Too on a girl? Yeah, find that, and then we can get into it. Because the other ones I've shamed openly. Terry Crews saying is got his dick grabbed by a gay man. Like, fuck off, Terry Crews. I watched you rip someone's arms off in the NFL.
Yeah,
you worried about a gay man agent? Has there ever been Hot Bob? That'll be the challenge of the day.
Okay,
or they don't want to get involved.
Who was the chick who was in Triple X, and she was like kind of the co-founder, not founder, but like the celebrity with Rose McGowan. She got booted.
Oh yeah, Bourdain's.
Yes,
she got booted for banging like a 17-year-old.
Right. Yeah.
Like Rose McGowan was like, I feel betrayed by you for.
And here's the beauty of what you just said, Bob. You can keep that mic on. What's her name?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I knew it for the moment that story broke. And that was it. Like, I didn't know it before, and I don't know it now.
Why is that? Because the story fucking died because no one in their right mind wanted to hear a fucking 17-year-old dude crying about fucking a hot-ass movie star. You know?
Right, but honestly, has anyone actually been canceled other than Weinstein? Like, truly canceled?
Yes.
Because, like, Louis C.K.'s still doing stand-up.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say this. There was one person in that realm that we had a meeting about to potentially have a show here, and it got a thumbs down from the advertisers, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Why do they hate Kevin Spacey?
Yeah. What's the problem?
Could you imagine a Spacey? Yeah, there it is. Put her up on the screen. What's her name?
Asia Argento.
There it is.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
So she's like Italian or something, and if an Italian man had been found with a 17-year-old like girl, I would have been like, yeah, they're Italian.
Yep. And if they would have,
and that's all I thought when I heard Asia Argento. I was like, yeah, they're Italian.
They're
What do you?
Italian. Like,
and they would have put.
They drink at age 10. Or something.
And they would have been banging to Papa Americano. Beep, 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 beep.
His knowledge of Italy is.
Yeah, put that picture of
vast.
her up on the screen, by the way. Yeah. Okay.
We did.
This is why right here. There's not one person who felt sorry for the 17-year-old dude who was just like, oh, did she fuck you? Oh shit. Sorry, bro. You fucking dork. He's never had pussy like that the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So that's why nobody gave a shit about that story.
Yeah, good point, Nico. Is Callan canceled? I mean, kind of, right?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on all this right now.
Nobody's really canceled.
Okay.
Yeah, I
fair.
have gone
There's
to
some scarlet
advertisers
letters.
with people, and they've been like, no, and I'm like,
that's fair though, because you're right. They can still there's so many other ways. They're on Patreon now. Like, they're not
Cosby's canceled.
Is he? I think Cosby. Here's my. All right, we'll go through my big prediction of next
Cosby's
year.
on
Cosby
OS?
gets out next year. I think Cosby gets out next year. Dead serious.
Okay.
And coaches Temple basketball.
That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Love it.
He comes out. He doesn't need a walker anymore. He can fully see. He takes the cataracts out, the fake cataracts out.
The most important thing to ask, though, will we still call him Dr. Cosby?
That's a great one. How did you feel about that sitch this year?
Of what? Cosby?
Ben Shapiro saying that Dr. Jill Biden should take the name doctor out of her name because, what was it? She was a teacher.
She has
got
a
a
doctorate
doctorate
in education.
Yeah, in education.
Cosby's is honorary.
Right.
And he just still
if
does.
anyone should take theirs off, it's fucking Cosby. Dr. Jill is
I
a
will
doctor.
still refer to Shaquille O'Neal as Dr. Shaq.
Yes, you should. And by the way, that's the only reason I work as hard as I do. So Ohio State will call me to give a commencement speech and give me the honorary doctorate. So that way you have to call me Dr. Patterson
Right.
the rest of my life.
Imagine if you
And I will
worked
go
for
by
it
that.
and people were trying to take it away.
Yeah. Oh, for Dr. Jill Biden?
Is a doctorate in education really working for it?
Yes. It's hard. It's hard. It's just, there's various
know,
types of doctors. Like, I understand what he's saying of like, hey guys, like that dude who blacked out from COVID on that plane 2 days ago, right? Somebody had to give him CPR.
Yeah.
Dr. Jill Biden's not the one. Is there a doctor on the plane? Yes, it's me, my doctorate of education. I'll be there to save you.
It's definitely a thing I think you're allowed to dunk on anyone for if they're not a real doctor. But I also wouldn't be like, take it out, bitch. Like I would, but it's funny. It's funny because I had a history teacher in high school who insisted on being called Dr. Doley because he had a doctorate.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, come on, man. Like, we
Yeah,
did it.
or when
We
they're
did
like
it,
bitches
but-
about it, when they're like,
Yes.
oh, it's actually doctor. We had a principal at our last school that was that way.
Yeah.
We prefer doctor, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay.
I'm going
Yeah.
to buy one of those lordship titles and make you guys call me Lord.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
Georgia, I want to see you being knighted. You've got to be knighted
Yeah.
for that. So, because with me, as soon as I get that honorary doctorate from Ohio State at the commencement thing, yeah, dude, if somebody's dying on a plane and they ask for a doctor, I'll say,
Right here.
this guy right here.
And then you walk up and go,
What's going on there?
okay, so
So, is there a doctor of medicine?
what are we going to do?
I'm a doctor of something
now?
else.
Yeah.
That is not
the doctor
that.
of communication. So now I'm asking for a doctor.
Cinema studies. Doctor of cinema studies.
I would get it for journalism. The school is journalism and communications. I wish you
speaking
wouldn't
of-
disrespect it.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
Speaking of journalists, so
Yes.
this next story that I wanted to talk about is about, it kind of, like I said, goes along with not following your dreams, which is, of course, my resolution for next year, right?
Yeah.
Is to like follow,
Yeah.
not follow the passions and dreams that I have and just kind of stay home and stay centered. So journalist Christy Smythe left her husband and quit her job after falling in love with Pharma Bro. We know Pharma Bro?
Oh, yeah. Shkreli.
Mm-hmm.
Shkreli. Is this on Drinking Bros Facebook page, by the way? On accident, I believe.
It's on both.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it's on RPR and Drinking Bros.
well, why not?
Why not?
Tis the season.
the season.
Tis the season. I heard about this and I read this story with Shkreli. This guy, if you don't know who this is, put his picture up on screen here real quick. If you don't know who this is, this was the guy who bought the Wu-Tang album for $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
He also jacked up the price of medicine.
By like $5,000.
$5,000 like a
life-saving
pill.
medicine,
Yeah.
and was like the
Was it for
biggest dick. Was it AIDS or Hep C? Can't
That was
remember.
AIDS. Well, Hep C is cured.
I think it was the AIDS. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, this guy is the biggest piece of shit of all time and went to prison for it. And he ended up going for money laundering, actually it had nothing to do with jacking up the price of.
Well, it did and it didn't, right? Like they get you for what they can get you for. They get OJ for
Kind of. Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they want to
Yeah, they got
do it, but they
Capone
have
for
to go
tax
through the right
evasion.
channels to get you, right?
Well, it's strange in this because that company still exists. It still goes on, and
Mm-hmm.
they're still charging people out the asshole for it, right?
I think he still has all the money, like
Yes.
everything.
Yeah. But he became too public where he started doing so much wild shit that it was like, hey, man, if you would have went just unknown and nameless, you could have gotten away with all of your bullshit for years and nobody probably would have cared. But he was the one who also stole Lil Wayne's music and then was from Carter 5 and put up like 3 songs too. He just started doing too much wild shit where it was just like, all right, cool. And then Homegirl goes,
So it goes and was interviewing him for something or writing a book or whatever, and ended up falling in love with him. And she told him that
she left her husband.
she left her husband, her family, quit her job, followed her dreams though, she said. She followed her heart. Okay? And I just want everyone to know that
Don't do that.
you don't fucking do that.
Yeah,
So
you don't fucking do that.
he said he loved her. She said he loved him back, whatever.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she kind of came out with this and was like, we are going to be together and all of this, he was like, I wish her well.
Yep. Yeah.
And all of her future endeavors, she had her eggs frozen.
Put her up on the
so
screen
that they
there.
could be together and
There it
have
is.
kids.
Yep. Yeah. Look at that.
Just completely blew up her life, risked it all.
That
and
looks-
he just
looks
gave
exactly
her
like-
a
Heisman.
yeah. He
you
gave
gotta-
her
you
I
gotta-
wish her well with all her future endeavors.
Here's the thing,
And
ladies.
will not talk to her.
If a guy shuts you down and he's in a federal prison,
Sure. You are killing it. You've left your family. You've frozen your eggs.
Yep.
She looks like his mom.
I know.
They usually do.
They usually do.
These all like love in prison, all of this bullshit where these ladies like fall in love with prisoners.
Do you get kanjis in there? Like conjugals?
You have to be married, which they weren't.
Well, it's not too late if she's able to pop that divorce down and he's looking to fucking...
Oh, no, he doesn't want anything to do with her. So I think
understand.
that was
he
like
says
the
that
point.
now. Give him another 6 to 8 months where it's like...
Oh, you think?
Yeah. When's he scheduled to get out of prison, Bob? Because I think he got 7 years, if memory serves me correctly. As if so, the end-all be-all to the story is if he does get out and she fucking murks him. Like, that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a lifetime story.
No, that would be following
an
your-
all-timer.
I would have to
dreams.
recant everything and be like, well, that is following your dreams.
Yeah.
He is eligible for release in 2023, but that wouldn't be the end of his. I think he got a 10-year sentence and went in 2017 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
but he's eligible for parole or something in 2023.
Okay, gotcha. So, look, man, that's 2 more years worth of this dog shit. I think if that was the only lady left and you can get a kanji out of that, probably do it,
Sure. Sure.
You got to know the ledge. It's just like Juice. That movie Juice, you got to know the ledge, baby. And I think if that's his best option, he should probably rethink it, let her go ahead and get that divorce.
Sure.
And all of the things. And
Well,
then
she already did.
Pop some
It's
kanjis
done.
down. Is it done, though? Like it's the ink is wet?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But I get it.
Mm-hmm.
She wants a little piece of that fame. She wants a little bit of that stardust on her.
Right.
She wants a little bit of that chakrele all over her body. God, could you imagine that guy on top of you?
Eesh.
Yeesh. Yeah. Ugh. Gross. It happens, though. It's like that fucking astronaut woman who flew or drove cross country with a diaper on. Mm-hmm. Because she didn't want to. She had to get there on that very second.
Yep.
To get the guy.
To kill the girlfriend.
Yeah.
She wasn't just getting the guy, but yeah.
Dedication, though.
Yeah, she
you
was
got to
gonna
go
commit
for
murder.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go for it. That's what we all say.
Yep. I don't say that. That's the point. I don't say that. Just take a moment, take a breath, and maybe not follow your heart, you fucking selfish idiot.
You little dum-dum.
Dum-dum ding-a-ling.
Ding, 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 ding. By the way, the new fad of podcast hosts getting like random shows on Netflix and Hulu and shit, that's starting to pop up.
It is.
We watched your boys, Andrew Schultz. Yeah. Give Georgia the microphone.
I can't let you disrespect my mans like that. You just calling him a podcast host? The dude released an entire special of crowd work the same day Chappelle did on YouTube. The man's been out here in the clubs in New York doing 20, 30 sets a night.
And what did he do on Netflix?
He did a 4-part series.
Which is exactly like his podcast. It is literally the same exact thing. He's just sitting in a
there was
chair
beef
doing
that
clips.
Netflix was giving away all these cheap podcasts to comedians who didn't deserve it, and Schultz was like in line, and he was the best
Wait,
guy. to not
podcast
get-
or
No,
a stand-up special?
Just stand-up specials
yeah,
in
yeah,
general.
yeah.
Schultz got dissed.
Yeah.
Been waiting a long time, and finally, after he builds the biggest podcast on Patreon, the biggest.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the biggest comedy podcast on Patreon.
No shit.
Finally, they came calling back for him to save America, and I think he did. He explained things in a way that all of us need them explained to us on how we feel about certain very key situations right now. And
So
I think
if
he
you-
knocks out the park.
If you haven't seen Schultz Saves America, it is identical to what the videos he was doing on Instagram. Even fucking Rogan was sharing those Instagram videos, right? It's just him in a chair talking about kind of news stories for like 10, 15 minutes or whatever. That's all. I mean, it's all this is. They did not do anything more other than maybe 4K instead of whatever an iPhone is.
Did you watch it, though? The Netflix one?
Did you like it?
Did it feel dated a bit?
It wasn't that it was dated because he's looking back at the year.
Yeah,
right?
it felt like
but
a
it was
wrap-up.
even
It's a wrap-up of the year.
Takes. Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those things
Do you feel like
where
his takes weren't as nuanced? Is that what you're saying, James? They weren't
Yeah,
as like
I guess
up to
maybe
date with the
because we've
culture?
already gotten to that point. You know what I mean? It would have been.
Have we though? I think maybe we have because we're
Oh.
so dialed in with our finger on the pulse that maybe like
Sure.
most of modern society hasn't, or maybe they're still searching for that way to explain it and package it
But
for
are
them.
people that don't know really watching Schultz?
I mean, if Netflix is putting it up on the
Yeah.
recommended at the front, we'll watch
They
Queen's
are.
Gambit. I'm sure we'll watch Andrew Schultz. You know what I mean?
So I gave this the first episode was 16 minutes. I gave it 8, and I was 8 minutes of my time, and then I was all done. I was like, oh, well, this is the same shit you're doing on Instagram. It's just overly produced, which is my gripe with a lot of what's happening with that shit right now. It's just like it tries a little too hard. Where it's just podcast, man. Like we can just get them to talk shit about anything, and whatever happens.
Yeah, and you do sort of ride the line of not being too produced.
Right.
And being like
yeah.
of the people for the people. But yeah, look, I mean, not denying anything that he...
I was a fan, and then when he didn't know who John Benet Ramsey was on Rogan, I was like, oh, that's weird. That's weird. That's one of the biggest murders of all time, and it's that one's a little strange to me. Whatever, man. To each his own. He's fucking killing it and rich as fuck now, so who cares? Who cares? All we want is for people to be rich and have a good time. Because let's face it, the government's not doing it for us.
Yeah.
Yesterday, they told us everybody's going to get $600. The fuck is that? I can't even buy this piece of shit phone for $600.
Yeah.
This piece of shit phone.
That was pretty insulting.
That sucks.
I like DeStefano now. I'm kind of more on the DeStefano train. Chris?
Oh, okay.
His take is more like satire as far as like he just goes full, almost like he's a Trump supporter. And
he is, and he's true dirtbag. You sense his true dirtbag.
Oh, yeah.
Him trying to lose weight now is hilarious.
So here's my prediction for you guys, and this is why I wanted to talk about this today. I think next year, all of these guys will be on. I think Austin will probably become the comedy mecca. Because of Rogan and look, Chappelle, Chappelle and Rogan just signed on for another stint at Stubbs. Already sold out? Yeah.
Shut up.
Yes. They're doing another 10 nights, but look, we went and it was amazing. Yeah. No reason to go back because you're not getting new material. Let's face it. You're not. No. 21 days later, you're going to get a whole new set.
Me and Giorgio would go and sit in the back this time and just fucking do drugs and not have to laugh when we don't want to.
Yeah, I'm curious because that popped up. Like Xander hit me up and was just like, yo, man, he sent me a meme. Got any more of those Rogan tickets?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you go back knowing what you know now for that show?
I easily. Because then I get a mask I can wear and one I can save.
Okay. Yeah, I have one, by the way. If you want mine, I'll give you mine.
Yeah, but it felt like each show was a little bit different, So, yeah, I would go. I just would not sit in the front.
Front row?
So uncomfortable.
No, I want them to make eye contact with me again.
So
this
do I.
kid's here.
So do I.
I'm like, who the hell is this?
Because when Rogan was staring at me, there was like a good fucking 4 minutes where he was like, I fucking know you, dude. And
were you like, new guy? Yeah.
No.
Were you like, it's
No. But Drinking Bros, like, I just assume everybody knows Drinking Bros at least.
I feel like he does. I don't know. I feel like maybe he doesn't. Maybe
my
that's
other
just
two
in
co-hosts
dreams.
were on his show, so like,
yeah,
we have the same guests. One would think, hey man,
yeah.
I think I would go back for sure. And like a party-ish vibe of like, all right, I know what I'm getting into here. Because we didn't have any weed or anything. It was just like, hey, it was so last minute. It was just like, let's do it. And you were awesome enough to get tickets and all that stuff. And you guys knew what you were getting into. Did you take drugs? Yeah, obviously.
I just got pretty drunk.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Did Giorgio take drugs?
Yeah. My thing was this. I didn't know who was going to be there and if someone would pop out and recognize and be like, hey, man, come backstage and meet Joe and Dave. And then all of a sudden I'm high as shit and I have nothing to say to them where I'm like, ugh.
Oh, see, you have that gene. I definitely did not think for one second anyone was going to recognize anything.
I know. Look, I know a lot of comedians. We also know Jamie. And it was like, I didn't know if Jamie was going opening night. So I was
did
just
think
like,
maybe he might, but yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know who was going to be there or whatever, because chances are they've probably been on a lot of these people have been on the fucking show. So it's like, all right, cool, man. Who's there? It's like, oh, shit, come back. And it's like, all right, awesome. Hey, man, meet Joe. And then because I'm not great on weed. We all know that.
I think you're great.
No.
But it's usually just
too high.
In bed laughing at dumb shit.
Yeah. And that's exactly that, or a concert is the only two places that I should do marijuana in this life, right? Not out in public where it's just like,
You're definitely very vulnerable on it. Let me say that.
Too high. Yeah.
You laugh like you don't want to laugh.
Yeah,
like with
like
the
a
mouth open. And
goofy.
like
just,
a little girl.
Yes, dude. I don't
So
want,
that's probably why I like
yeah,
it.
I don't want that image of like, oh, why should I come and do your show?
No, try it.
And I'm just like,
people may,
nope, not
respond to vulnerability.
Not a prayer.
Okay.
Not one prayer on this earth.
Sure.
Twirl Dogger Cougar. Two-legged cougar. God damn it, that's a funny username. Twirl Dogger Cougar.
Two-legged cougar. Yeah,
Two-legged cougar. When is the next live event? We will do one in the new year, obviously. We are
soon
off.
as we can.
Yeah, we are off after this. So we are off for the rest of the year. Ross Patterson Revolution is done after today's episode until January 4th. Is when we come back, and so is Drinkin' Bros. You guys will be going, I think, live for Drinkin' Bros Sports, and then we have a Drinkin' Bros special tonight. We've got Drinkin' Bros shows for you all week.
And then are you guys doing a New Year's thing?
Yeah, well, I think you guys are doing the college football playoffs, right? Or is that before? No, or what are they?
Today. That's this afternoon.
Yeah. Right.
Drinkin'
I am
Bros
doing
Sports.
Papa G's Rockin' Eve on Patreon.
Yes.
I will be DJing music. I will be showing some of my favorite pornos since we can do that. I will be doing commentary on them. I will be clothed. I will have signs up in the background with drugs below them, and if you tip that amount of money, I will do that drug live on air for all of you. And I'm not gonna say that something draft show, but I'm also not gonna say something draft show. So just tune in to find out. Draft show possibly. Commentary, who knows? Who knows?
So I'd tell you what.
Can I zoom in?
Yeah, you can watch, right?
I want to zoom in and talk to him.
You can, right?
There'll be a call-in feature. There'll be a number
Perfect.
that I'll play over the screen that you guys can call directly into.
Great. By the way, somebody beat us out for the fucking Mint Mobile deal. I got a text yesterday that said another comedy show had pitched the same format, and I was like, fuck you guys.
Man.
So we'll see about quarter two. It's just for quarter one, so we'll see for quarter two next year. But we are trying to set up a call-in show for all of you guys next year, and then just do a bunch of those like once a week so everybody can call in and we can rage. But let me know how that goes, because that could be a fun event for next year. Shit, we have a bunch of venues here. We should have just done a New Year's Eve party in Austin. I think once COVID's over, actually, this year would have too many
It's better
rules.
for everyone to be in their underwear, tune into me,
Sure.
put me on their television.
Sure.
Let's work on a New Year's Eve live show for next year. That way everybody can just come and rage. That would be a blast in Austin.
Julia said the Nooners and Tetherball made 2020 great. You know what? I like that attitude. I think that's where we should, move towards.
We did. I think we
Yeah.
we tried our best. We went every single day for 6 months, I think. And then Drinkin' Bros just stayed like that. We just went every day ever since.
Yeah.
By the way, subscribe to Drinkin' Bros Sports because we're on there 4 days a week. So that's rad, and that's going on. Plus, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we can monetize. All the money goes to Hot Bob and Giorgio and Dan. So yeah, dude, subscribe to Drinkin' Bros Sports. Also, if you could just do us a favor and check out some of our sponsors, we would be grateful for that. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros. 30% off if you're a member of the military, a first responder, a teacher, or work in the government. And also for the rest of the month, us little dummies
Ding,
also
ding, ding.
get 30% off with the promo code Drinkin' Bros at checkout. So we're super stoked about that. The sheets, the pillows, the adjustable bases, they're amazing. I want to thank Ghostbed a lot for this year. Man, we were doing so many shows this year that there was a lot of nights I just came home and just crashed right in that bed. And I was like, dude, I'm out. And I didn't have the adjustable base until this year.
Yeah.
Because we had a Cal King and they didn't have a base for it. So we shrunk it down to a
so
king.
your feet hang off,
the end
but
of
at
your bed,
least you can go into TV mode, which is
the best.
amazing.
The greatest of all time. And we're unbelievably grateful to them. As always, they get a 36-month pay-as-you-go program, no interest there at ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros. And all of the deals, the 30% deals, are applicable with that. Next up, Jabes, we've got keeps.com/revolution. Keeps the hair you got. Don't it? Look, I'll take it off right on. Look at the salad.
Okay, let's take a look at that salad. You've been using it for a while now. Look at that. Put your head up. Shake it. Shake it, shake it. Look at that. Look at that salad. Run those fingers through there. Okay. Sorry. I was doing my own little
Yeah. You're like,
commercial
dance
right
for
there.
me.
Dance for me.
Dance for me, baby. I said I would give this a shot till the end of the year. We're at the end of the year now, and I can be totally real. It feels thicker, and like I haven't lost any hair. Therefore, I'm going to keep doing it for next year.
Yeah.
So I'm amped about it.
It's basically prevention, right? Like that's the name of the game. They're not claiming to like grow hair or anything like that.
Correct.
It's just
Yes.
most men are going to be losing their hair at a certain age, some earlier than others, whatever.
But if you
just
start,
keep whatever's on your head
if you start
right
what's
now.
on this, because a lot of dudes do it. McConaughey talked about it in his book, actually.
Yeah.
McConaughey talks about it in his book. I'm still saying he.
Sure.
He talks about it in his book. His was I forget the name of it, but he goes, "Hey man, I was using this when I felt like I was losing my hair. Everybody's using something,
Right.
So go to keeps.com/revolution
But if he had started,
today.
like if he had used Keeps when he was like just noticing, that would have been the answer.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go into a doctor. Usually people do. I'm sure McConaughey had to. You go into a doctor. They tell you what the best course of action is.
He did have to go. Yeah.
So you can go online with Keeps and do that. And they have topicals, medicine, shampoo, whatever. And the doctor's going to like come up with a plan for you. And all from home. And then it just gets sent in kind of like a cool box that doesn't look like it's anything.
Yeah, and
Hair loss related.
Because they say, hey man, you'll kind of feel it like after like 4 to 6 months, you'll see, and I'm like, yeah, and it's true. Like
Yeah.
I said, I would give it till the end of the year.
Yeah.
Here we are, and I'm gonna keep using it. Anybody in their late 20s, 30s, like myself,
Sure.
barely 32 years old.
Right, I know.
Yeah. Jesus is older than me. I think he's 33. Sure. But they've got what the free doctor visit, the pills.
Yeah, so
I've been using the shampoo, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because that's like you have a lot of hair. It's basically just a total prevention for you, but they have all different, depending on your hair loss pattern. Like there's people that lose in the back and the front, all of this, and your doctor will give you the exact right thing that's going to work for you. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I'm talking about it, but I think it's important. Every guy in my family has lost their hair, and I think at a certain point earlier.
Yeah.
Because it was in their 20s and they don't want to admit that it's happening. And so you're like, I don't know. Instead of just being like, okay, cool, I need to take action.
And the first month is free. So, hey, just give it a
Yes.
shot. It's free. Who gives a shit? So, first month is free. Go to keeps.com/revolution. That's KEEPS.com/revolution. Super easy, Jabes.
Super easy.
Super easy. So, yeah, it's pills, topical, shampoo, all of it. Like,
Yeah, your doctor, just talk to the
Do whatever you
doctor.
want.
They're going to set you up with something.
super easy.
Keeps.com.
Big fan. I told you till the end of the year, since this is the last RPR of the year, I'd tell you if it worked or not. It has, so I'm going to keep doing it for next year, for real. And then last but not least, this one's awesome because we've already used this every single day of our lives. So
And we do.
yeah, and it's nice to make a call and say, hey man, can we get you on the show as a sponsor? Because we actually love your product, so
Yep.
it's an easy sell.
Yep.
It's hellofresh.com/revolution80. That is promo code revolution80 to get $80 off and free shipping.
That's huge.
Yes, it is. It is essentially like giving food away. I mean, it's amazing. Like it's the freshest food on the planet.
Yeah.
And they give you the recipe for it. Boom, you make it, you cook it up. They have not missed there. They've never missed a fucking meal there.
It makes
isn't
me
amazing.
look like a gourmet chef. And
Yeah.
then I, of course, have 2 kids. One of them, the other one, is not good anywhere.
Yeah.
Except for at home. So I can't really go to the store and like walk through and find my ingredients. So HelloFresh will send you all of those ingredients that I was going to pick up, perfectly measured, perfectly portioned out, and it has a picture, and so I can like make it look like a gourmet chef.
So yeah, and let's tell the real story. I outed you. Is what happened. I came home from work. You had this like amazing meal set, and I knew the day that you had, and it was a little rough. And I was like,
Sure.
and I go, hey, thanks for taking the time to do this.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah. And then I saw the HelloFresh package in the trash.
Yeah, it was like
and
I slaved over it. Come find out, it was like
You
30
had ordered
minutes,
it.
and it was like super easy. I know. But it looks like I took a really long
And it
time.
tastes like, I mean, shit. Like you just bought all the ingredients. I was like, man, you really didn't have to go through that much trouble. I was like, it was a rough day for you. And then you were like, it's HelloFresh. Either way, we love them. That's HelloFresh.com/revolution80. And use the code revolution80 to get $80 off and free shipping. That is the best there is.
Yes. Go to HelloFresh.com/revolution80. There is no excuse not to just try it.
Yeah.
If it's $80 off and free shipping.
Basically free. All the shit we have today is
Promo
free
code
pretty much.
Revolution.
Keeps and HelloFresh. Like, dude, you're... and last but not least, as the sun rises, it dawns on him. The hardback is at Barnes & Noble, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
Gigi.
What happened? What's going on?
$169.69.
No way. Gigi, Merry
Gigi's
Christmas,
rich, dude.
I wonder if he is rich. Who is Gigi? Do we know who
Sends
Gigi is?
$69 all the time. He
love
sends
it.
hundreds of dollars.
Does Gigi want stock in Tetherball?
I know.
Gigi.
Gigi.
Do you want to invest? Sounds like you can.
DM me. Whoever Gigi's real name is, DM me. And yeah, man.
Dang.
We'd love
Didn't
to have
have
you on.
time to send ugly sweaters. Thank you for keeping me alive during COVID. Much thanks. XOXO GG. Sorry, but the book...
Is the hardback is on Barnes & Noble. Still Amazon's fuckery, man. Still. Boy, what a crock of shit.
And I know Barnes & Noble is not like the place that you think of, but it is super easy and it comes very quickly. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to deal with any of the shit, like ordering something and having Amazon be like, oh, sorry, it's taking longer than expected, just go to Barnes & Noble. They'll send it right to you.
That nurse is here, Giorgio, if you wouldn't mind popping out and grabbing her. Today is life insurance day at the old media company. So they come.
And so
they draw
tomorrow
your
is
blood.
murder day.
They come and take your blood and piss. They insure you and they ask you a bunch of questions. Are you going to go skydiving or drag car racing? And you're
Yes.
like, no, I'm not doing any of those things.
Oh, sorry. I would say yes.
It's Christmas. I'm not doing any of those things. Yeah. Should I just tell her the truth? No, but you know what? You shouldn't be worried about me mountain climbing like that fucking guy in Free Solo or any bullshit like that. But what you should be worried about is me drinking 10 gallons of eggnog and some rum over
Sure,
the holidays. Like,
sure.
That'll probably kill me faster than
Yeah,
Free
you don't ask
Solo
that.
will. Yeah.
You don't ask that, do you? How much homemade thick-ass eggnog am I going to drink?
Yeah.
With spiced rum.
Yeesh. I remember the last time I did this. Do you remember that story? I think I may have told it on air a couple of years ago.
Did what?
I had somebody, the woman came to do
yes.
the life insurance policy for personal, and she came down. I was at the beach and I was writing, the second book, not As the Sun Rises, It Dawns on Him. As darkness falls, it dawns. No, I'm kidding. When darkness falls, he doesn't catch it. I was doing that one, and she was like, hey, she was looking around. She was like, you've got all these fancy books and all this other stuff with your name on it. So like, are you an author? And I was like, I am. She draws my blood and everything else. And she was just like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Could I have a book, like a signed book? And I was like, you sure can. But I go, you definitely don't want to read it. It was At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed. It's the one that I gave her. And that was the first one.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That was back in the day when you could say all kinds of stuff, too.
So she sends me a text message like later. It was I would say she was probably late 60s, mid 60s, somewhere in there. And she sends me a text message on the way back. She was like, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. I'm going to tell all my friends about your book and blah, 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 blah. And it didn't, like I was doing other shit that day. I had to go back to writing and everything else. And I didn't really think about it. And then until the drive home. And I was like, imagine a 65-year-old woman reading that for the first time and you'll never read anything like these books in your entire life. It's the hardest comedy on the planet. And it's so aggressive. Even you during the QC of the audiobook, you're just like, oh my God, is that too much there?
I mean, I don't ask anymore, but yeah,
that Special
I used
Olympics
to.
joke, you've frowned on me, I think, a little bit for.
Used to.
Whatever, man. But I texted her like a few weeks after that, and I just said, hey, did you ever read that book? What'd you think? And she just wrote back like it was like a bubble forever where she was just deciding what to do. And she was just like, Yes, I took a glance at it. I don't think it's for me, but congratulations on everything you do.
Sure. Congratulations on everything you do. Love it. Love it.
Sorry, Grandma. Didn't know what to do there.
Jeez.
Didn't know what to do there, Sorry, not sorry. Kind of not sorry.
Sure.
I want to talk about Sean Penn this morning on
Please.
Morning Joe. Can you just grab a screenshot, Hot Bob, of Sean Penn on Morning Joe this morning?
Oh, it was trending on Twitter.
I'll breeze through the networks to see what's going on. There it is.
Yes,
Just
my
put that,
boy.
Just put that picture up on the screen. Now, these interviews are super early. So if that says 6:35 a.m. Mountain Time, that means it's what, 5:30 in LA? Yeah, so it's 5:30 in the morning, LA. I'm going to guess that Sean Penn hadn't even bothered to go to sleep yet at this point. And
No.
just was like, oh, how much coke do I need to stay up through this interview and then I can crash and call it a day? Is this on screen right now? Oh, my God.
It's amazing.
It is.
I love it.
To not give a fuck about life this much that's the dream right there.
I will say I think
That is
he's
it.
leaning in.
Yeah. Yes.
Leaning in.
Of full Sean Penn. There's no way he looked at himself. 'Cause you can see yourself on Zoom.
Yeah.
What you look like. There's no way he didn't be like, meh, is there
Oh
a
no,
hat
there's
near here?
product in that little piece right there to make it go like that.
Yeah. The other part about it is, where is he? Because look at that little kitchen behind him, right?
Gosh, who knows?
It looks like a tiny apartment or something.
He might have just been, he likes the young actresses. He might just be at some chick's apartment, and he's like, I gotta get out and quit
it
fucking
could
you
be.
for a second.
Hey,
Could be. I mean, he.
Can I use your Zoom? I got a thing here in like an hour. What? We've been doing blow all night. I know. Just let me use your fucking Zoom, and then go get that thing out of my truck, the core thing, the community organized relief effort thing. Put that in the background. I gotta. God damn it.
Yeah.
And then he just went full Sean Penn. I don't know what's worse, him or Tubin. Just fucking.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with this at all. Like Sean Penn always gives you what you
Full
want,
Sean Penn,
what
yeah.
you want
Yeah.
from him in any given moment. So in this moment, that's exactly what I needed and wanted. And thank you, Sean.
Yeah,
John Penn.
I'm pretty amped about it. Another interview that I saw this morning was Willie Nelson, who is 87, and yes, but he was very honest and he said exactly what we were all thinking.
Okay.
He said, "I didn't think I'd ever get this old."
Right.
Neither did we, Willie.
Neither did we.
I said, my prediction, if you remember last year's show, my celebrity deaths for next year, I said it was going to be Willie Nelson. No, he's lived through it.
I know,
He's got 9 days. You think over or under, Willie makes it the full 9 days?
I think so. I mean, if you stop drinking and just smoke weed, you have better chance of making
Maybe
it.
I
Yeah.
should stop drinking. Maybe I should start smoking weed.
Well, yeah, that happened long time ago.
Well, he's got 9 days to make it through the year for my
Okay.
prediction to come through. So we'll see. There's always a celebrity that dies on Christmas. I say this every year, and there is.
Who do you
Remember it was George Michael a couple years ago.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Yeah. Who do I think it's going to be? Willie's on my list. RBG, I predicted. Almost to the eerily the exact month. And I have a clip of it on the internet with Alex Jones.
Yeah, I mean, that one wasn't rocket science.
The month
that a
is.
word?
I called the exact month.
Okay.
Who does that?
She was
But it was a year in advance.
knocking on death's door.
Right. But she lived 10 months and died in the exact month that I said she would. It's pretty phenomenal.
It is.
But
We do have
call
a
your
clip
shot?
of that.
huh?
Do you want to call your shot for Christmas?
I'll say Willie Nelson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll say John Madden.
Oof. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't you lay money on this?
Yes.
And the odds have got to be bananas at this point.
On mybookie.com, promo code Drinking Bros will double your deposit. You actually could bet on celebrity deaths, and we bet all of them on one show. We did an entire show. That's how eerie it was on just celebrity deaths. It was just like, all right, who's going to die?
I remember that.
Yeah.
I'll go Dan Holloway.
Well,
just kidding.
he's got to wait. I think the life
I'm
insurance,
joking,
it's 6 months.
obviously.
So he's got to live out the 6 months, and then whatever happens after that, For all of us. We've all said the same thing. Me, Dan, and Jared, and all of us are like, it's going to be one of us. We just don't know when.
Right.
And that conversation with the life insurance dude was just like, hey, man, do you want a 20-year and a 30-year? We all laughed at the 30-year. We were like,
Boys, no need.
no need to go past 20, kind sir.
No need.
None of us won't know.
Yeah.
Some of us will, I think. But it's always the one, it's like Dan. Dan just drugs all goddamn day long. He'll probably live past all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll be like, shit. He'll be like Keith Richards, for Christ's sakes. Yeah.
It's true.
He's doing all of the best like body hacks and shit. Like he's thinner this year. He looks like everything is better with Dan. And it's just like, oh shit, maybe we should all do drugs like Dan.
Well, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
Different opinion. Dan finds a great woman, converts to Christianity, becomes a pastor.
Whoa, there
lives
we
into
go.
his late
Great.
90s.
That'd be great.
Dan doesn't want a good woman.
He said that on the show the other day too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be
'Cause I was
bored
like-
out of his fucking mind.
I was like, dude, you should end up with like a lawyer or something.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You getting the vaccination? I saw Biden get it and then almost die 3 seconds into it.
Right.
How sketchy was that? Is there a shot of him getting it like right afterwards?
He couldn't even really talk.
No. What the fuck is
What are
in
you
that
asking?
that he
Am I
couldn't
getting
really
it?
talk? Yeah.
No.
No.
But not for, by the time it gets to little dum-dums like me, I don't know. I may have a different opinion, but nowhere near. They're not even going to want to give it to me for a while.
Yeah, you don't deserve it, really.
Yeah, no. I am in no way important to anyone.
Yeah.
Sure. That was your cue, but you didn't take it. Anyway.
No, James.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
You're down on the list there. I wonder if this will be mandatory for kids next year. That's the only thing that I'm wondering, like next fall.
No, only because I think kids and pregnant women, they haven't done any studies on. So it's 16 and older.
Gotcha.
As far as like the rushing it to market and who they have tested on.
Okay.
So,
now, if you'll notice, he's got 2 masks on in this picture.
yes,
Pop that back up there.
that's what the CDC recommends.
2 masks? Mm-hmm. Shit, I don't even
If
wear
you're
one.
traveling around Christmas, wear
so
2
funny.
masks.
See, I thought it was like a
Wash it.
2 condom thing where like doubling up is actually worse for you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's worse. It's way worse.
Oh, way worse.
yeah. That's too much tension on your boner blood. It could cause you to have ED at an early age.
Boner
But I
blood.
will say this. There is been a switch of people who are like, you've got to wear a mask, you've got to wear a mask, versus if you're wearing one, now people are judging you a little differently. At our child's preschool, when I dropped him off, the other day I had a mask on. There was like 4 parents coming up at the same time. None of them had masks, and I was the only one. And they kind of looked back
I
at
don't
me
believe
like
that.
dead serious. And I was like, fuck.
This is such a fake story. Like they make you wear the
They
mask at
do
the
not
door.
make you wear the mask anymore. So, anyways, these 4 parents dropped their kids off, and then I felt like the asshole. I was just like, oh, no, I don't. I hate the mask too. I don't wear the mask. And no. So the next time up, they were like, yeah, you don't have to. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. Shit. So didn't have to do it. Isn't that crazy?
Because it's not true. But
It is.
I love a little fantasy story from you. Every
That's just
once
what
in a
happened.
while.
That just happened to me. That's serious. Why would I make that up?
Okay, because there's signs everywhere.
No,
that you have to wear them.
so the sign was gone too. The sign was off the door. And I was like, shit. Because I double checked this time where I was like, man, am I tripping? And there, yeah, sure enough, there was no sign on the door either. And I was like, all right, did they just kind of ease up on that? Or what's happening? And is it because of the vaccinations? That's
Well,
what I
it's
wondered.
slowly going to start happening, but not yet. I'll ask him when I pick him up.
Well, just look for the sign.
I'll just ask him.
Go ahead.
I will.
Do what you want.
I will do what I want.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it was nice for me because it was nice that like Texas felt like Texas again, where I was just like, oh,
It will. It's like
fucking A.
it will. It's all going to be
4
fucking
parents all
done,
showing up
dude.
in pickup trucks. I felt great about it. I was like, all right, you're not wearing a mask. Great, brother. You know, friend. I'm shaking people's hands and everything now too.
Right.
Hey, friend, looking them in the eyes. So 2021, we got to get back to that.
Speaking of friend, I heard El Compadre is closing
No,
because of this bullshit.
are you serious? On
One
Sunset?
of the most, it's like the most devastating news I heard out of
That is my favorite
it.
restaurant in
And my
Los
grandma
Angeles.
died from it. No, I'm just joking. She didn't. But yeah, that was the most devastating news I've heard.
I'm going to look that up. Is that true?
Yeah, I forget who posted it. There was a celebrity that was like, "Let's raise money. Let's do whatever we need to do for
The one on
to
Sunset?
save these businesses that are going under. They're definitely closed, but I think I saw that they were closing for good, possibly, which is crazy.
No. Hang on. What is it? Oh, that's May 27th. Shit. I don't know.
And there was another.
I don't have an update on that.
There was another haunt as well that was like classic Los Angeles.
El Compadre. That's my first stop in LA.
Yeah,
It's just a dirty fucking Mexican place that I love.
it's the best.
I'm
Is it
gonna
not?
fact check that. Yeah,
You
I
guys
would
fact
be
check
hard
it. 'Cause
pressed to believe
I
that.
forget who I saw posting about it. Like,
Restaurante.
it wouldn't be on their website, I don't think. It would be in like news or something.
Yeah, there was no news on it either, so I checked the news, and
Who's that motherfucker that wrote it?
I don't know, man. I don't
Like,
know.
Use all your resources. Do whatever you can to help these businesses. I fucking forget.
No. I got nothing on that, so it could be
All
fake
right.
news.
All right.
Man, if that closes down, I will never go back to Los Angeles again. I have no need in this life to ever go back there.
If I
Yep,
could read- oh.
that's not the same one. Those guys are like some chicken ranch.
The chicken ranch is
What does
closing
El
down,
Compadre
though,
mean in Spanish? Because you're going to have a
Friend.
lot of things. The friend?
right? Your friend? Compadre? Yeah.
Yes, the friend.
So the friend is the name
Yeah, it
of the
was
restaurant?
fake Mexican. For friends.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know
It's
what I
where
mean?
your
Like
friends
brothers,
are. Yeah,
whatever.
your restaurant is your friend.
You come and you,
Yeah.
whatever, you're friends
Yeah.
with people.
That's my best friend in Los Angeles.
I was fake Mexican for a while, so
That
I
is
know.
my best friend in Los Angeles. It's fake news. That place is open. That'll
Okay.
never go anywhere.
Okay, I'm just saying there was like fear of somebody posted something that it was going to close.
When you come to Los Angeles and you go to Sunset, right? It's right next to like this tattoo place and some other shit. I was there for 50 Can of Call Girl, love story. But that is infamous for like the 80s. Like Guns N' Roses used to do cocaine off the table in there. Like, no, that'll never close. That's a staple. The only way that would close is if the rent got too high. Which has happened. Look, that's happened to a lot of Los Angeles restaurants. But
Well, yeah, because they're doing another
Yeesh.
shutdown, right?
yeah, I think so. That's a tough one too to get takeout for because the food is good, but that could get soggy real soon. Those hard tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And the other part about it, their biggest business is the flaming margaritas. That's what they're famous for.
Right.
So they bring out these margaritas that are on fire, and you get rocked. There's not a lot of places in this life that I walk into and get rocked at. El Compadre, though, is numero uno. Two of those things, I'm having a great day. I'm a better
Right.
person. I'm having a great day with 2 flaming margaritas. Now, 4 is when
eater.
shit starts to get wild for me.
13-year-olds.
Yeah. We can find it later, James.
Yeah.
No need. No need.
yeah, sure,
I know
sure,
you're
sure.
pretty stressed about this.
Well, Farfalla was a place that was by me in Los Feliz. They're closing permanently. And I feel like in the same sentence, that's what it was. Anyways, keep going.
Okay. What's happening there, by the way? They're gone?
Yeah. Closing permanently
Okay.
because of the new shutdowns that are coming down the pike.
Yeah.
Home State will host its margarita showdown. Okay. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm dumb. How about that? Breaking news.
Yeah, I get real breaking news for you. if
I'm
you want
dumb.
it. Yeah,
What?
I get real breaking news for you. This is Dwayne Haskins, the quarterback of the Ohio State University. And before you think it's a football story, James, it's not.
Okay. Bit of drama.
Bit of drama. He was supposed to start this weekend. Alex Smith is hurt. And obviously they're telling every athlete, if you're going out, wear a mask. Don't go to sketchy places or whatever. There is a photograph of him at a strip club without a mask, which is against the COVID-19 protocols. He's apologized. What are you doing, man? You went to Ohio State, for Christ's sakes. Like, you know better than this. Hey, you're going to start
he was
this
supposed
week.
to start.
I don't know what's going to happen
well,
now.
Forget
They're
it.
in first place,
Yeah,
too.
Eagles are still alive.
No, gross.
He's gonna win out.
Gross. Yeah, he's supposed to start, and he's at a strip. Oh, there is that the photo?
Yeah.
Pop it up. There it
Can
is.
you?
Ah!
Yeah.
Crop. Maybe scroll down a little bit.
Gosh, that looks like a fun
have the
time,
ass
though.
there.
I wouldn't
know.
pass that up either.
Look at that.
Sorry.
Young Simba having the best time of his life. Who's the girl with him throwing money? It's not him that's throwing money. It's a girl. And he's got some kind of fun, flirty headband on.
Yeah, like a
kind of makes him
turban
look
type
like an
thing?
Aladdin
Like a
type
gold
figure.
turban.
Yeah, like a little
Like a
prince.
genie type. Yep.
Yep, like a little prince putting him back in the bottle.
Yep.
And then tonight is your night, Jabes. How are you celebrating tonight?
Tonight is my night.
Yeah, we got a huge shipment from tryfirstleaf.com/drinking bros. I will shout them out because god damn it, that is the best wine club on the planet. 6 bottles for $30 and free shipping to your house, which we're now members of, lifetime members, have been for a while. I doubled up for the holidays too. We got 12 bottles sent to the house yesterday, right in time for the Bachelorette finale tonight. What have you heard? Because last night, everybody was thrown for a curveball. Is it going to be Ben? Is it going to be...
Yeah, I don't know. So I was at a girl party recently, and someone said that they were giving me insider information and was like, oh, Brandon wins. And I was like, oh, my God. Okay, I thought it was sweaty crackhead, but it's not. So anyways, nobody really cares, but and I don't really about this season either.
Why?
But I just want it to be over.
I like
it's just
Tayshia.
a big fucking pile of shit.
I like Tayshia. I think the whole series, though, for The Bachelorette and The Bachelor has gone to shit now. And I don't know if there's any going back. I mean, the new guy looks boring as shit. I know they wanted him just because he was black. But let's face it, it's typically somebody who comes off the season before.
Right.
And if you were going to have the first black guy ever, it should have been the easy guy. Everybody loves that motherfucker.
Missed opportunity.
Yes. So
such a sweetie pie. So once he left, I was like, see you later. But yeah,
Tayshia's hot, but she's picking the wrong people, and it sucks. And you're
because
just
she's
like,
in the machine, right? Like, do you trust anyone that's been in the Bachelorette machine for this many years, from Paradise to her own Bachelorette? Like, she's just in it. So she knows what to say. She knows how to work. She knows when to cry. She knows all this stuff. So it's just not real. Not that it ever has been.
Sure.
But I like to think a little bit sometimes that it is. But
yeah.
it's definitely not.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll probably just get really drunk
And
on
watch
some
that.
wine.
Yeah. Who are you hoping for tonight? What's your hopes and dreams?
My hopes and dreams is to be like, oh shit, and that would be Ben. So that's probably not going to happen. The real answer will probably be
Ben?
Ivan. Yeah, because that would be like drama.
The weird
I'm going
military
now
guy?
for like the drama because he came back. She let him back in. Now he's in the top 3.
Yeah.
He already left.
All right.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm all for the drama. That's all.
Okay.
The right pick is the boring one. And that would make her happy. And I don't want that.
Okay.
So can I do a quick crime corner?
To end the year with a crime
Christmas
corner?
crime corner. Now, it's not necessarily a crime, but it's definitely frowned upon corner.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Frowned upon corner. No, he's getting arrested.
Frowned upon corner. Frowned upon corner.
corner.
Frowned upon corner.
So Florida man yells, "There is no Santa Claus" at a holiday event and upsets all the children, which we just went to one.
Was he drunk?
No,
Drugs?
it was like a real like protest campaign, like crusade. So
Are
a
you
man
kidding?
So a man showed up to Cape Coral's Festival of Lights, which we just went to something like that,
We
right?
did.
So it's like the whole thing, and we're all lining up
All
to
for
see
kids, yeah.
Santa.
Yeah.
It's all kids and parents that don't want to be there. Coral's Festival of Lights last week with a message that upset several attendees. So he held up a sign and repeatedly screamed, "There is no Santa Claus. Santa Claus is not real," upsetting many children who were there. Cape Coral police were also present, obviously, because it was this big festival, but they couldn't do anything because they say the man was exercising his First Amendment right of freedom of speech. Authorities did say they could have stepped in if the man had used a voice enhancer, like a megaphone or something.
Sure.
But he was just yelling it in the face of children. And I guess that doesn't qualify because, all speech should not be free.
No, it shouldn't.
This comes at a huge cost.
The guy deserved to get arrested. Fuck him.
Yeah, but they can't. So what are they going to do?
Punch him in the face.
Just punch him? Now,
Because
look, that's going down a really
because then
slippery
your kids have
slope.
to see you knock somebody out, and
Sure.
it's like, ugh.
Sure.
That's a weird one too. Man, that's as bad as this other story I wanted to end with. Let's just end it. Since it's been a downer of a year, let's just end this with 2 downer stories.
Sure.
There was a
I think that one's funny, but
I did. Well, I don't. We have kids.
I know, but how hilarious. It wasn't our kids. The
Somebody
only kids I care
else's.
about are mine.
Right. I understand that. Definitely understand that. But
Well, he's watching this episode in the back, so he knows now.
Yeah, he knows now.
Yeah.
He knows
That's
now.
right. No, he's not. Is he really?
No,
Okay, thank
God.
Thank God. Because the kids are out of school. It's like, shit, dude. It's like
Imagine.
3 days away, you fuckers.
He comes in crying.
Yeah, the other one, since we'll end it on it's been a horrible year, we'll just end it on a horrible note here. Fuck it. We're doing a super dark Christmas episode, too, for Drinking Bros tonight. Might as well
Perfect.
tune into that.
Perfect.
Jack Mandeville. It's tonight? Yeah, it's tonight. Yeah. This fucking lady, I couldn't believe this story. It's rare that I read stories like 5 times, and I'm like, you're fucking joking, right? Like, this isn't real. There is a black disability rights activist. Her name is Anita Cameron. And she's bitching that Helen Keller is not radical at all. Just another, despite disabilities, privileged white person, and yet another example of history telling the story of privileged white Americans.
She may not be wrong.
That
but
was
I don't know.
Time magazine. And what they were saying was because her parents had money, they were able to get her help for being blind and deaf. And this was in this was in Time magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the retweet from Donald Trump Jr. and was like, is this fucking real? I couldn't believe it was real.
Right.
And it was like, there's no way this is in Time magazine. For you to give any of this press, Time magazine, you fucking communist assholes. Like, I burned that magazine to the ground. Whenever Time is done, thank Christ. I'm
Yeah.
all done with Time and all
Well,
their fucking
they're
bullshit.
done. I mean, they're just print, right? At
I mean,
this
I can
point?
get down with Helen Keller being a work of fiction. There's no way that shit happened.
But not.
Yeah.
Her white privilege was the only thing that helped her with reading Braille and giving speeches and all. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Look
yeah,
again.
man.
It may not be wrong, but like what?
And then like I just pulled it up on TMZ. It says, yeah, the black disability rights advocate Anita Cameron made over the week. She said it was received with mixed reaction.
Was it?
What?
Yeah.
Was there another reaction besides what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Is there another reaction besides that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anita Cameron, fucking A, dude. Is she disabled? Like,
She must.
So she's,
Oh,
according
black?
to her Twitter, she's autistic.
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
So not blind and deaf.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Hey.
But she's okay. I'm a fierce black, actually autistic lesbian ADAPT member.
Yeah, we need Giorgio in here for that.
You're mispronouncing Thanos.
Yeah. What is what is
cat
what is
lover.
adapt? Hashtag adapt member.
It must be like a disability, right? That's the American disability.
Yeah. Okay. Holy shit, dude. I can't even do shit like this anymore. So her account says Black Disabled Lives Matter, and man,
I don't disagree.
That
You know
is
what I
too
mean?
specific. We do not have that B-roll.
Sorry.
Here's just a blanket statement from us at the show. Us as a media company, all disabled lives matter. If you are disabled, it sucks, and your life is hard enough. Let alone people trying to segregate you for how much more disabled you can possibly be based on gender and race and everything else. That's the dumbest shit of all time. And fuck off to Time Magazine for even doing that.
All 3 of these producers are disabled.
Yes, you are. I know for sure.
and also,
Dan is. You've got a pre-existing
I
condition.
also just looked it up. Like Keller's family wasn't super wealthy.
No.
They're like you could probably call them middle class, I guess.
Middle
for the-
class,
Right.
yeah. But fuck her for being blind and deaf. You know. Fuck Helen Keller. She was
Yeah.
white. Oh, she was white?
Oh,
well, fuck her.
But they
Being
earned-
blind and deaf is easy then.
Calm down. They earned income from their cotton plantation.
Yeah, if you want to be mad at her parents, her dad was a Confederate officer. There's a lot of stuff to hate on the Kellers for.
But they were
Sure,
born
but
in
that-
Alabama in the
Yeah.
1800s.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Tuscumbia, Alabama, if I remember correctly.
I mean, I'd like to go on record saying yes. She is right that Black disabled lives matter.
Ross, and
All of them matter. Yes.
Sure. But
Black,
like, she's
white,
not wrong. She's
Asian,
not wrong.
disabled,
She's
yeah.
not wrong. But
there
you-
is an African American nurse who will be drawing your blood right shortly.
Is there
after this.
really?
Yes.
Great.
There's what?
It's a black nurse that's going to be drawing my blood here in 20 seconds. Appreciate that heads up. Maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes ago before I went on this rant. Penn and Jesse here. That is the look of 2020 right there.
I'm gonna go.
That is the look of 2020.
Well, we should. I mean, we should, right? Go.
Is she fucking disabled? Is she fucking disabled too?
No, obviously not, dude.
Probably
Obviously
not.
Oh,
I'd
no,
imagine not.
no. Well, I might as well just put on a pair of black dark glasses, just start doing Ray Charles and Fred. I got a woman way down, look good to me. I'm going to get out of here.
Please.
And that was the perfect way to end
Please.
2020.
Yep. Okay. And
For Jesse Wiseman, aka the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. To the Nooners, we love you. We look forward to seeing you in 2021.
right.
Maybe. Good night, everyone.
Good night. No need for the you like it anymore, I guess.